Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be going through the solution to exercise 3.2 from the C programming language textbook by Kernighan and Ritchie. Now, exercise 3.2 says to write a function escape that converts characters like newline and tab to visible escape sequences like \n and \t as it copies the string t to s. Use a switch, write a function for the other direction as well, converting escape sequences into the real characters. So here are the two functions. The first way is going to be escape, the other way is going to be unescape. And here I have a test for escape. Here I have a commented out test for unescape, just so we can do it later. Now let's do escape. Actually, the first thing we should notice is we are copying in from T to S. So whenever we copy in something, we should go through every character in that array or in that string because we're copying everything from it. So it looks like we're going to need to go through all of T and at the same time go through S. So I'm going to create an index into T called I, and I'm going to start at 0. Let me just comment this, index into T, and likewise I'm going to create an index J that's going to be an index into S, and I'm going to start it at 0, index into S. And now I need to go through every single character in T. So I can do it like this. I can say while the current character I'm at is not the null character, that's like the end of the string or the array, then I can do whatever I want to do. And just so I don't forget, I'm going to do my increment I here at the end so that I make sure I actually loop over the characters. Now I can do my switch. So what am I comparing? What is this value I'm comparing? Well, it's the current character I'm at. So that's going to be the argument to my switch. And now I need to check some cases. If I have a \t, that is, if I have a tab, what should I do? I should set j, the jth character in S, equal to a \. But I can't do this because if the C compiler sees this, it will think that I meant to type a, I don't know, like a T or an N or an actual escape sequence, but I forgot this second character. So it thinks I made a typo. If I want to tell it I just want the actual character \, I need to do a double \. And then I need to increment J. So I go to the next character in S and I set that next character equal to what? Just the character T. And then I once again increment J so that the next time I come through and need to set something in S, I'm at that next character. And it's very important here, I don't forget break. Now let's do my next case. What if I got a new line? Now it's going to be mostly the same. All that's going to change is that this T is going to be an N. So I'm going to have a \n. Now, there are other escape sequences, like just off the top of my head, I know there's a \v, a vertical tab, but I mean, 1, it's kind of hard to type, and 2, if you really want to do it, you can, but it's just going to be the exact same as this, except here you're going to have a V, and here you're going to have a \v you're checking for. So if you want to do that, you can do it, but nothing really changes. Then we have our default case. So what if we don't have a \t? What if we don't have a \n? We just have a normal character. Then since I'm copying, I should just copy in from T into I, that character. And then I can't forget to increment J. Now here, I'm going to type break, but I don't actually need it because after this switch, there is no other conditions after default that will fall through. Like if I forgot break here, then my switch statement will fall through and do this as well. But say I forgot break here, it's not going to fall through anyway. I'm going to put break anyways, but it's an important thing to note. And then once we're done all that, once we've broken out of this while loop, that means we've reached the end of T. And so I can set the final character in J equal to null to finish off that character or that array S. Now let's test this function. Oh, no errors. Oh, wow. Pressed myself there. Okay, so here we see hello. It has a tab and it turned into hello as well. But instead of having the tab here, it just has a \t. Nice. I'm actually shocked I got that. First go, no errors. All right. Now let's do unescape. So it's going to be largely the same at the beginning. We're going to need an index into t, and I'm going to call that index I. So index into t, and then we need an index into s, and we're going to need to go through t. So while t, the current character in t, is not the null character, so I'm not at the end. And just so I don't forget once more, I'm going to increment I. Now here I have to be a bit more careful. I can't just straight away go into my switch case because now I'm unescaping. So I'll have a literal character, a \, and then I'll have something after it, maybe like a t. So I need to check two characters. I need to first check if I have a \, and then I need to check what is that character after the \. So I can't straight away go into a switch case because a switch case can only compare one thing at a time. So what I'm going to do is check, am I currently at a \? If I am, then I can start doing my switches and start comparing with what's after that \. Before I do that though, before I can actually start comparing, I need to remember to increment I. Because if my current ith element is the \, I want to compare with what's after it, so I need to increment I. And now I can do my switch. Alright, case. What am I checking for? I'm going to check for the character t. If I'm at the character t, s of j, the jth character, or whatever character I'm at in s, should be what? A literal tab. And then we should increment j, and then once again, let us not forget the break. Next case, \n. Mostly the same. And break. And here's something interesting. What does default mean? Like in this case, we've hit a \, but it's not an n after, nor a t. So it might just be anything. It might just be like a non-escape sequence, like someone's genuinely typed a \. Like they could have just typed \1. Like it doesn't mean anything. Or they could have typed \q, \7. You know, they just want to keep the literal \ characters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just copy over what that character is. Is that right? No. No. I need to copy over the \ first. Oof, that was close. So I need to first copy over the \. Then I need to go to the next character in J, and then I can copy over whatever character I actually was at. And then I can increment J again. Okay, let me just explain that. So say I had my default case, I don't know, say like this was true, I did have a \, then I incremented I to check what's after the \, and what's after the \ was not an n nor a t. Say it was a 7. The first thing I need to do is copy the \ into s, move along s, then copy the 7, which was whatever this is, whatever character was after the \, copy that into s, and then increment j. Alright, so that's the case that we do have a \. Otherwise, what if we just have normal letters, then we just copy in as normal. S of j is t of I, increment j. And then if all of that runs and we break out of this loop, it must mean we have hit the end of t and we can terminate s. We can finish it off. Okay. Oh, I forgot to... Yep. Alright, now we're going to have this test. Let's just see what it does first. GCC. Oh, no errors again. Wow. Oh, what's X's hello? Why have I done that? Let me see. Going backwards, H, backslash N turns into H, new line, yes. So that works as well. Wow. No errors in both cases. Nice. So yeah, you can see that here we had a literal backslash, then a N character, and it turned into H, the new line. Notice that the rest is on the new line, and then LO. So yeah, that will be all for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.